Copland, he was so American. He was so American that I'm not even sure that I can really talk about him.
So what is it exactly that makes Copland the most American of American composers?
There are enough reasons that we decided to make a list.
Number 1, Copland was born and bred in Brooklyn,
Which is where we live.
so naturally is the best possible of all places to be American. Number 2, nobody from Germany.
Deutschland.
Nobody from Germany is going to name their ballet Appalachian Springs or Billy the Kid. Neither will the French.
Like all good American composers, Copland went to Paris to study with Boulanger.
Boulanger has a super impressive list of over 200 students, but here are the American ones that we found.
Elliot Carter, Aaron Copland, David Diamond, Philip Glass, Virgil Thompson, and even Quincy Jones, although I have no idea who he is.
So let's take a moment now and actually talk about Copland's Sonata, which we recorded.
This piece was started in 1942 and finished in 1943.
Smack in the middle of World War II.
So think for a second how is that going to affect the mind of everyone and the music of the time.
You get this very nostalgic and sentimental first and second movements, painting a picture of a more gentle American way of life. Brings to mind a gentler way of American life. Stop it! Give me the script! What are you doing? Always reminds me of paintings of Andrew Wyeth or Edward Hopper. So there's this real nostalgia in his music, and it really reflects the time in which he's writing it in. Isn't that really what music is meant to be about, is reflecting the time that we live in?
Okay, she has been sidetracked. Let's get some facts straight while my wife is being busy being poetic.
This sonata was dedicated to Lieutenant Harry H. Dunham, who was an Air Force pilot shot down over the Pacific while on active duty.
Changes how you think about the piece entirely. It all of a sudden it becomes poignant and nostalgic and homage to a friend who was killed in the war.
But here's the thing, the dedication was actually added posthumously, so he didn't even know that his friend had died until the whole thing was completed, and he added that dedication at the end. So what do you do with that information as a performer? Listen to it, see how it makes you feel, but ultimately it's really about the time period in America and his experience in it and his friends, Lieutenant Harry H. Dunham's.
On another note, we ask what makes Copland sound American?
We can say, oh, listen to those open, beautiful chords at the beginning. Look at that. On the top we have a major third and a perfect fourth, and on the bottom we've got an octave, and in the middle there's nothing. We have two simple chords separated by space.
A lot of people say it gives the illusion of open space, visions of cornfields, wheat fields, or just land, endless land. A very, very American image.
But that's something very concrete. Now, can music actually be that concrete?
I won't know, but there's something a little bit more straightforward. Copland was influenced by American folk song a lot.
He really embraced it and reworked it into his own music. For example, we have Simple Gifts, which is a very famous Shaker song. He included it in Appalachian Springs, and now I think it's, at least for me, it became more famous just for having been included in that ballet. Now what about Copland himself as a person? He's actually not exactly what you would think of as a 50s family man in America. He's very left-leaning, he's Jewish, he's gay, he's not the epitome of American. So the fact that his music is being used in Beef It's What's for Dinner commercials or in all of these little political right-wing spots, it's a little funny.
It comes down to this. It's not really about the open chords or parallel fifths or any of these other compositional techniques that Copland used to use. It's about the sincerity in his music. He was trying to write music about his time, his place in the world, and the experiences he had. And this communication is what we love about his music.
So when you have a spare moment, remember, go listen to our recording and then tell us what you think. Write it in the comments below. But more importantly, what do you think makes Copland's music sound American?
Tell us your thoughts and comments below. And remember, always listen to Bach.
He means Copland. You should really go listen to Copland. In fact, our Copland. Go listen to our Copland. Right. Don't forget to hit subscribe.